Hello, relatives. It's gonna do Bijan Nanishtahi, Bijan Yumashinami Yadua. Bijan Nanishtahi is good blessings. Yadua is good words. Mogoi is good spirit. Nanishtahi Diepa, Nanishtahi water protectors. Nanishtahi, all the relatives out there right now. We've had a new barricade coming up on Highway 6. The construction looks like it's going to be starting, and also a new threat that's been applied to my family that was posted on the Morton County Police Department Facebook page. A new threat that only the Morton County Police Department had my ID, and it showed full address on there. And we're getting ready to post another suit against them for, I don't know, I'm sure how it's going to work out, but it's very scary when these things are happening and you're witnessing that. You know, the digital storytelling and journalizing and watching our relatives out there being arrested for journalizing what's happening in the injustice. We've been journalizing the inaccuracy of police. We've been journalizing the inaccuracy and inconsistency of them calling each other in different actions that have been happening with different scenarios. And so, you know, it just seems to be that the Spirit is leading us in that direction where we're just witnessing all of the injustice happening, the lawlessness happening, the militarization of the police force and untrained people that are in there. Mind you, you know, when I'm there, I'm trying to film in transparency as much as I possibly can to protect our viewers, to see that this isn't edited, that this information is accurate, and that they're witnessing this live in action. So I cannot predict the officers' actions and what they're doing, but what it is now is we're seeing the threats happening on us, and the people that they're arresting or the people that they're pulling over on the way back. The camp is militarized on the outside, and it's really something different when you're seeing that, a beautiful prayer camp, people out there praying, being prayed upon. And as you witnessed from the video yesterday, is that they were prayed upon, and we caught the vehicle that was going. It was wearing, it had Louisiana plates on it. We gave the license plate number. They were in front of our school taking pictures, and what we witnessed from another article is that there was pictures of the school being unaccredited that came out as well. This is really a scary time on the far side when we're being targeted by officers on the road, and there is no accountability for their actions. There's been many departments here. FBI is there. I've asked him directly, are you documenting this? We find out the FBI is actually from this area. It's an FBI director, or it's not that, I don't know who he's not a director, but he's notified directly that what he's witnessing, and the people that are with him are just documenting. And how many days is this going to go by until somebody actually gets hurt? And yesterday we witnessed a grandma be arrested, and you know, and I was going to interview her, and she was pretty shaken up for praying. When they started to incite that this was a riot, I was outside. Many of you guys witnessed. I was outside. The door was locked. We couldn't get in. I put the camera to the window, and then, you know, it's like, hey, they're on live. They're doing a press release without us. We're not there. And this guy was pretty upset, and it's getting really sad to witness when you tell more than one lie. You can't keep track of all the lies you're telling. As you guys witnessed October 8th with the drone that was stolen from Officer Jonathan Mall, which Jonathan Mall was in the vehicle yesterday as one of the men that were taking pictures over the camp of our children that I had called in as a predatory vehicle that was showing predatory actions. That's why I called it in. If this was in a school zone, any parent or any bystander would have called in. There was a camera taking picture of the children towards the school of young kids. When I was pulled over by these officers, after you guys have witnessed, this is live feed, everything is live, so there's no editing in between. I can't predict the actions of these officers. I thought it was DAPL security or some predators that were out there. I wasn't sure. because we're witnessing that our people are being followed and tailgated by DAPL security. We've had people picked up and threatened by their security, and also we have agitators out there, which we also have pictures of agitators trying to dress up as protectors. Horrible actors, horrible actors. So this is very real. It's getting in this weirdness that's we're witnessing, is documenting it, that also we're being targeted now, and now my family's being targeted, and this is something that's not okay anymore. And we're asking for power of protection and prayer coming from all the four directions, all our warriors out there. We need a call to action for more people to come out here and bodies to be here in prayer and protection. As they're starting to up their they're not gonna they're gonna continue to go through sacred sites. They're not gonna get an EIS. They're not gonna get that action done by the tribes that I'm witnessing. They're continuing construction by blocking off. And from when you saw my drone, we were about 60 miles out when they stole my drone. The pipeline is now militarized by the police and their protection. It is the police helicopters that are patrolling the pipeline. It is all the police that are patrolling the pipeline. And I haven't seen Dakota Access Security out there except the ones that are above the camp that are taking pictures, again, of all our people there. We don't know what they're doing. We can write a report and nothing's happened to them. We started looking through the footage, and I'm going to rewind us a little bit back to the dog bite when they had the hired security out there with the untrained hired security with the dogs that weren't trained. When I got off of the hill and walked down there, I went and interviewed the officers. They were in line down there waiting, and they were bystanders. They did not do their job in protecting the people that were bit. They did not go up on the hill. They did nothing to intervene. And I find that's a violation of their protocols and what they're supposed to do. They sat at the bottom of the hill, and if you can go back to that September 2nd or 3rd, you're going to see at the very end that they're there. Any other footage that people may have, they're sitting there with all their cars in a long row. So we're going to need your help to also help those that are listening that have decision making, that they're going to be able to, people are going to get hurt here because of the way they're untrained and they're acting in aggressive militarizing, and how the police is policing the areas and pulling people over. And we have people of prayer, and we're holding our ground. These people that are coming from all over the world are both native and non-native, indigenous people from South America, New Zealand, Hawaii, Canada, United States, Ireland, some crazy countries I've never even heard of, with small little towns of people coming in and sharing their culture and their stories and their prayers. There's so many people coming in solidarity. So I want to just send this out to you, that it's getting scary on how the police are militarized, and how their actions are need to be observed, and there needs to be somebody that they're arresting journalists now, and they're pointing at people in the crowd and arresting them. If you look at the footage, they're pointing at people, and those are the people that got arrested. As you witnessed, the actress, that got arrested and was let out. So I may be missing some things. I'm a little shaken up from witnessing that and experiencing that, and from Joshua Andrews posting that information about my family online. But you know what? The only people I showed that address to was the Morton County Police Department, and no one else. I no longer live at that address, which is crazy. That's not even my address anymore. And they still posted it. And so this is what is scary about what they're doing in lawlessness. And so it's I'm not sure who this guy is or if he even exists, but I posted the Facebook page of him, and we've contacted the Morton County Police Department, who assume they can't find the thread in their own page. And I found the thread in mine, and so this is documentable. So again, guys, we need bodies down here to help protect. We need bodies down here to observe and witness what the injustice is going on. And the peaceful protectors that are there in solidarity and prayer. It's a prayer camp. It's a resistance prayer camp to protect the sacred, which is the desecration of our land and the water. The sacred and the water, and our children and the future generations down the road. I'm getting so many emails that I'm trying to answer every one of you guys and do everything I can, and also make sure that my family is taken care of and protected. We have a lot of relatives down there that are watching and patrolling as well. So with that, let's say Bija Yadwa Nanishtahi. Bija Shuno Numa Shunami. Saying with good mind, good heart. Nanishtahi Mogoy Diapa Bijapa, blessing the water. Nanishta Ebua and Numaga, all our relatives and friends in the four directions, and many blessings to those that are journalizing, those that are out there taking the risk to share with you these messages, to share with you in video and pictures of what's happening, and to our protectors out there that are documenting this firsthand in the front. Watch the finger trigger. We're noticing that their finger trigger is going towards the trigger. These are, I'm not sure, these military terms that we're witnessing, but we're watching them and we're making sure that their fingers are off the trigger and being told, get your finger away from the trigger. We're unarmed. We're unarmed. And you can watch many videos where they're saying that. The other one is the force of militarization from the national, from the barricades that are being put on. I think there's protocols to those. Once you start the barricade, and then you start the arrest and containment, and then there's other steps. And so this is what's scary, what I'm hearing from veterans, and that they've never witnessed this at this aggressive with no accountability from these guys, from you guys, Morton. And they're telling me they watch my videos, and so this is what they're doing with no accountability. And there needs to be a little bit more accountability. I want to thank you guys at the different departments that are emailing me and asking for videos and pictures at the higher level, which I'm continuing to send out, and we're having to sit with high bandwidth to let it out at 4K with the officers, with the words. The other thing is I was sharing with you after the high-speed chase there of that vehicle that was practicing predatory activities, that I called in on 911, and they tried to cite me. Officer Jonathan Mall, I just by hunch said, "Good morning, Mr. Mall," and his hand waved. He waved, and then he realized I knew who he was, and then his hand went back down. They were high-fiving, excited in the back, like they just toilet papered a house, and they just didn't get caught, and they were just sitting there, and they were laughing and excited, and I just felt sick to my stomach. This isn't a joke, and I don't know how they're getting away with this unaccountability, and I don't get it, and I don't understand how the people of Bismarck are allowing it and how they're witnessing it, but we're starting to see that this is a common thing in the North Dakota area with the law enforcement. So as we continue to keep exposing, I've been targeted, and I don't feel that's good. It's not a good feeling to document what's been happening in injustice, and I'm meeting many other people that are telling me that this is happening to them, and they're sharing their story as well about how they've been terrorized. And a woman also shared a story with me. I want to share. She's not here. She's a journalist, and she came in and she was really shaken up. She was in a brand new vehicle, and she said they pulled her over because she had no tags, and they went to put her in the back of the car, and they zip tied her, and she said that she was telling them, I'm a journalist, and she said there was an assault rifle in the back. She is gone after that. She left. She goes, I don't. She was freaked out and she didn't want to stay here. These are the stories we're hearing, from people that do come and they are intimidated, and some of them do. It does work, but the ones that it doesn't work on, it makes them more determined to expose them. It makes them more determined. We're also seeing that cybercrime happen now with the bullying online and things that are exposing. These are public officials too. So, these are things that we're seeing. Again, no other people have seen my address. This is an old address from 5 years ago. If you guys know tribal IDs, we got them for like 20 years, and we keep it forever. And, I travel with mine and I fly with mine. And, so this is an old address that's not even there in Washington anymore. But, it's scary for the people that are there. And if they go there and encounter these guys, and if they do something. So we're sending prayers and blessings, and we sent word ahead of time, to warn our relatives, take care of our relatives. And again, many blessings to all the journalists that are out there reporting the Dakota Access Pipeline, but also reporting the new security for the Dakota Access Pipeline, which is the Morton County Police Department, which that's all you're going to see out there monitoring the pipeline now. So we say that with a good mind, good heart, that we come in here and just tell our story, show our story, protection of the water and the people in all four directions. Say that in a good way. Sending many blessings to all our relatives out there. Bisha.